days 1 through 4, starting my new medication that's supposed to help me. So we'll see how it goes. Day 1. So I started Friday the 13th, March. I started late that night, so I didn't really feel anything. In the middle of the night, I woke up. I haven't been sleeping well anyway, but I woke up. I had some nausea. My tummy just felt kind of weird, like I had ate something weird. But I was easily able to go back to sleep. Day 2, I woke up and I noticed that I didn't really crave anything. Like usually I want to go like get a coffee from somewhere, but I didn't even want to do that. I just felt really like, but I've been told to make sure I'm getting a certain amount of things per day in terms of protein and fiber. So I knew that I still needed to use my window of like being awake and being able to eat effectively. So I did try to have breakfast. I couldn't eat my breakfast. I did get nauseous while I was eating it. So I ate about half of it, then I stopped because I couldn't eat anymore. Then I gave it a couple of hours, came back down to sit and eat the rest of it. And so I was able to finish it. But it took a pretty big window of time. And I didn't change what I made. I made the same thing. I usually make the same thing every morning. So like 3 eggs, berries, and bananas, just one banana. Just like a cup of berries and a banana. Sometimes I have avocado, sometimes I won't. It just depends on what's available. Like if I don't have avocado, it's not ripe, I'm not gonna eat it. But that's basically what I made, and that's usually what I make in the mornings. Sometimes I will have toast. I didn't have toast this time. I didn't crave toast. I didn't really crave anything. That's about how my breakfast went. Throughout the day, I was tired. I did get nauseated, and I just like, the nausea would just like come and go. If I had to rate the nausea on a scale of 1 to 10, the nausea was a 3 or a 4. But that's like in comparison to nausea I've gotten if I have a migraine. If I have a migraine and I'm nauseated, I'm near the toilet. And I'm not really vomiting up anything, but I just like have that urge and the nausea is so strong. That's not what this was. It just felt like I kind of eaten something weird. I was in like, a little bit off. So the rest of the day I kind of had to do the same thing where I would eat a little bit, then I would stop, and I would eat the rest of it. And I would give myself about an hour or 2 in between. I actually did get a coffee that day and I couldn't even finish it. And it was like a 15-ounce coffee or something like that. I don't know. It wasn't a very big coffee. It was just like a medium size, like 16, 15. Couldn't finish it. I tried to finish it the next day, which I guess would be day 3. So I did put it in and I added like part of a protein shake with it because, I'm supposed to make sure we had enough fiber and enough protein. So I did that. I made the same breakfast that I usually make. The nausea was way less. My energy was better. Still couldn't finish the breakfast in one sitting, but I did want to try. And then when I did that, I got extremely nauseated. That was no. I learned from that. And then when lunch came around, split it in half. Did the thing where I ate a little bit, then I stopped, gave myself an hour or 2, and then ate the rest later. That day, it was difficult to eat because I wasn't hungry, and I didn't really get any cues that I was hungry. I would just like get tired, but I think in comparison to my older cues, that's a way more manageable cue than the cues I used to get. We can talk about that in a second. So we're on day 4. I kind of am doing that same thing where like the nausea is fine, but day 4, I didn't wake up nauseated. The only time I was nauseated is when I was getting toward the max amount of food that I could eat in one sitting. So I did the same thing. I ate half, put it away, came back later, ate the rest of it. 1 to 2 hours. I think it was an hour between breakfast. So we're on the 4th day, which is the current day. So it's about an hour for me between eating my first attempted breakfast and eating my next attempted breakfast. I did do kind of like a protein shake and a little bit of coffee. And that's what I did to make sure I got enough protein for that specific meal, even though I didn't eat all at once. I'm eating lunch right now, kind of the same thing where I'm eating some of it and I just have to stop. We'll see. I don't know how much time I should give myself between trying again. Maybe that whole 1 to 2 hour thing, I'll do that and come back and see how it is. That's where we are right now. Some things that I've been doing that I think have really helped me is I've just been drinking water. Water. And that coffee I got like when I went out with my friends, but I didn't even finish the coffee. I was just like, there was a time where I got nauseated and I was drinking the coffee. And it was like a lavender vanilla latte coffee. And it was made with, I think it was like oat milk or almond milk, one of them. It wasn't a dairy milk. And I just got nauseated. So I had to just stop. I just stopped and I just was like, I think I'm kind of done. I don't think I can keep doing this. So I drank water. I think being very hydrated has helped me. And I'm very happy because I was worried about that. But I think what also helped me in terms of avoiding a lot of those like very strong symptoms is I kind of already have a good hold on what I'm eating, and I kind of already had been prioritizing protein and prioritizing fiber because I've been a chronically constipated person, so I kind of already know how painful it is to be constipated over the span of years. It's not fun, so I kind of had to learn to do that early on. I also take a fiber supplement. I take a lot of other supplements. I don't know if those supplements are helping or not. Maybe not. I did start taking magnesium. I had done that a few days before this anyway because I've been told it might help me with my sleep. I have trouble with sleep for another reason related to kind of like just a lot of emotional and mental things. But I think it has helped. I think I'm doing okay so far. This is days 1 through 4. So this is, I don't know. Today I did kind of notice, like, again, like what I think is hunger or whatever my new cue for hunger is gonna be, but it was like way more manageable. It was nowhere near the amount of mental anguish and torture that I was doing to myself prior to this. It is extremely manageable. I hate to say it, this is days 1 through 4, but it feels like a walk in the park in comparison to what I was doing previously. Hopefully I don't eat my words or whatever. But that's 1 through 4 update.